just what we need. Sometimes you gotta go on what you need, not what you want.
Yeah.
And you know, it's so much about a woman just in the concept of all the stuff their body goes through, and to be able to still kind of get in the game and play. That shit crazy. I can never be a woman. I'll be the worst woman ever. I know. And,
no, you be better than me, man.
I respect that, man.
I be laying up on the ground. I can't do shit.
I got cramps.
Oh my god, fuck this shit. I can't do nothing.
Nah, dude, cramps fucking kill you, man.
Oh, I respect that, man. Because like my wife was up and walking around like the week after, and I was like, I saw what the fuck you just went through. Like, how the...
You just pushed the whole life out of there.
And he was put out there in the front.
And I'm sitting there carrying it, I'm like, this came out of... Like, what the fuck?
And his wife is tiny, man.
Yeah, she bounced back like nothing. I was like, man.
That's crazy, man. But and you know, I think we just need that. We need some real warriors, like, out there. Like women don't get out of, you know... well, I mean, they do now, but back in the game, when they really have to fight for rights, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, what?
It was 100 years ago before their votes actually
Man,
counted.
that severance movement was real, man. And then the thing is, like, so I do like to read or really like to listen because I be on my Audible like super thick. But I actually listen to like Hugh Hefner's. I mean, it was just. Hey,
I was not thinking of Hugh Hefner at all.
You gotta go. Like, really, I'm the type of person I go on what actually, you know, like
resonates with you.
It resonates and what I'm attracted to.
Okay.
Like I'm all based on attraction. I'm all based on attraction, and just like how he was part. Believe it or not, y'all wouldn't know, but Hugh Hefner was part of the severance movement.
Really?
Yeah, Mr. Playboy.
Okay.
Mr. Playboy was part of the severance movement.
I could see it.
And the thing is, like, you know, because
was it before he was big, or was it around the time he was big?
It was when he was big.
When he was big?
Yeah, I'm sure his money had influence.
Like Playboy Mansion big. Like he already had like his first Playboy Mansion out there. Like he was still dropping Playboy. And you know, of course, you still have to push back from a lot of women, but sometimes you gotta understand with a woman, it's just, you know, that's a, you know, it's they're like completely, you know, I just get it. I understand the power of a woman. So with that being said, I respect it. You know what I'm saying? I respect it. It's respect. It's respect. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you have a man, like, after a while, you get tired of dudes running shit. Like, all right, bro, this shit whack. Like, I'm a guy. I'm like, yo, this shit whack, bro. Like, we've been running.
What do they say? The definition of insanity?
Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly. Doing over and over again. I'm like, all right, dog.
This whole conversation reminds me of that song by Kanye, Power.
Man,
no man should be given that much power.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, and with that, I think it was, I'm not sure what he was referring to, because like that can go so much, that can go into the concept of just anybody with a high, you know, because you can even touch like a religious type of like a touch with that, because you can be referring to Jesus.
Yeah.
So when thinking about it, you know what I'm saying? Because think about it, the concept of Jesus is like, yo, like, my dad is like really God, fam. Like I am God on earth. You know, like, can you imagine having that type of stressor? You know what I'm saying? All these fine women walking around. You can't go in no strip clubs. You can't go, you know, you can't go wild out. You can't go get drunk. But I can make wine, but I can't drink none with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can have a good time. I'm gonna watch y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause when he did the, you know, wine to the water, he was at a celebration when he did that. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta move with a different heart to be able to, you know, to be the bartender and not drink. You know, like, you know, like
I'm not gonna take a 6-pack and not drink. Like, I'm
gonna get a sip of something. I'm gonna get a beer, bro. You know what I'm saying? This community, but I'm gonna go in there and get mine. But it's true. It's just, you know, that concept, like, that's a lot of responsibility. You gotta be a hell of a person to have that. And then it's like, you know what, y'all?
It's hard, though.
I think it's just hard being a human.
Yeah, you know, and you
It's
know what's
hard being
happened to
human.
that? I don't know if you've ever seen it. I know we're getting way off track, but the Stanford experiment.
Shit, we talking.
It used to be on Netflix, but it's a movie.
I've never heard of it.
I suggest y'all look into it. Stanford experiment.
Okay.
It started off as a college course,
Okay.
and this guy, I want to say he's a sociologist. I don't know what, I can't remember the details.
All right.
But his class made a project over the summer. He was gonna have inmates and officers and make a mock jail.
I've heard of it, but let's keep on going. Let's keep on going.
No, I'm just telling. I don't want to give it all away.
Yo, I do know the Stanford experiment.
Okay.
But let's keep on talking. Let's keep on talking. Though.
It's real inmates?
It happened in real life. No, they weren't real. They made a mock.
Okay, so
jail.
the students and
They were students.
they were assigned
They were
inmates.
assigned,
They took the role.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they had they did a background, like a one-on-one, kind of like let me judge you what kind of
Ooh,
person
shit,
you are.
that shit give me chills,
So you
yo.
were assigned either to be a jailer or an inmate. Dog, I watched the whole thing. What really, really like shook me to my core was at the end, the interviews. After everything was done, they interviewed both the inmates and the jailers, and the answers and the questions that they were given is like, what I took from it was when you give someone power, you're basically, their mentality is, all right, I got all this power. Let me see how far I can take it before I get told to stop.
I think I recall something of it. They built the thing and everything, right?
Yes.
Like, okay,
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't know
should
how I
watch
saw
it.
it.
Watch it because the mentality of what it does to you as a person. You can be a cool ass dude. You can be a greatest motherfucker ever. When you're given certain amount of power, you never know certain amount of money.
Yeah.
You're thinking like, let's say you're regular Joe, and all of a sudden you got $13 million. And you're thinking, before you have them, you're thinking, oh, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that, I wanna get my homies this, I wanna get my family this. But okay, when you actually fucking get it, they disappear on your ass.
But I agree to it to a sense, but I think it's just power and money. All they do, I think, is multiply whatever you naturally have in you. Because
Yeah,
I don't think that if you give
But
somebody,
that's kind of scary because you're saying that there's a demon inside every human.
well,
I think so.
But
I think so too.
I think so.
so
I think
in
so.
that experiment, every single one of the jailers became evil.
No, but look at this. Even the professor didn't know when to stop.
Because he
Because
wants to push it.
he was so intrigued.
He had
How
the power.
far are they gonna? It's como una novela. It's like watching a soap opera in front of you. You're like, oh man, this is like like a car wreck. This is nasty. But if you're the director, do you want to stop it or you want to see how far or cool you can make it?
No,
Because
I
it fell into the inmates because the inmates. They're psychological. They were so abused, I guess, just stressed.
Yeah.
That they couldn't even think like a non-inmate. They forgot their names. They forgot their age. They were numbers now. They were so like it was just the stressors, the human stressors.
Yeah.
As the jailers, the witnesses were like they knew it was fucked up, but what power did they have?
Yeah.
The professor, he knew it was fucked up what he was seeing because he was the director. He could have stopped it on week one.
Shit crazy.
It was the wife or the fiance who was like, what the fuck are you doing? Even your colleagues are not agreeing with you, but you're not stopping it. It was the wife that made him stop. It wasn't him. And later he's like, that's crazy that I allowed it to go this far.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, it was a creepy, not creepy because it happened in real life. It actually happened in real life. I think it was in the 60s or 70s.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I think what's so crazy about that situation, and because, you get confined to a space. With all the space that we have on Earth, you get confined to a space, and this becomes your life.
Right.
And this becomes your life, and the people who are controlling you, they only know you by a number, and possibly by your offense, and they go from there. They go on your actions in between. So it's like a world inside of a world,
Yeah.
but a smaller world where it
It's
can
like
be
a protected world because you feel like it's only you.
Yeah, and it's protected, but it's not protected in a good way. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, it's an unfair advantage, but at the same time, this goes with consequences.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This goes with consequences, and you have to be responsible for your consequences, no matter what it is. Especially if you had skirmishes before that you could have got away from the consequences. But you know, me, I understand the game. I understand the game, and with that being said, I understand that it is a game. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You might like, oh no, I don't want to call it a game, but you know, either you playing or you getting played.
Yeah.
And so it's you gotta recognize what it is. You gotta find out how you can win, how you be able to you know, do the things you want to do without it being against the law, and just really become a better person. And that's one of the things I really focus on when I'm actually when I got times with my daughters. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I was like, hey, I want y'all to understand, like, it's consequences to everything you do. It might be good consequences, because when people say consequences, they mean like it give it such a bad connotation, and it's not. Consequences is literally the result of an action.
Well, you have to be accountable for it.
Exactly. It's a consequence is something that goes against sequence. So if you really break the word,
cause and effect,
yeah. And so that's just what it is. So if you're moving out of a good place in your heart, and you know you're not breaking the law, then you know the possibility of your consequences being something that's going to negatively affect you are reduced.
Right.
So, and I try to make sure, me being a dad and me being in this world long enough, you know what I'm saying? I don't know everything, but I try to make sure I let, especially my oldest daughter, because you know, the older she gets, the more she's gonna be deep into the world. But I just like to be like, that's why I like spending my now time with them.
Yeah.
Cause like when I take them to pop-ups, I can't even lie, I'm sharing them with
the world.
I'm sharing me with not just them, I'm sharing them with the world, you know, everybody that come in there. So, you know, I want them to see how I approach people, how I talk to people.
Right.
Because their parents are the people who are going to be their main role models. I want to be a positive. At least you know how this should go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if you look, and you know, every human has their own decision on what they're gonna make. How they're gonna approach that.
Right.
But I try to talk to my daughters as if I'm a king, and like, you know, they're princesses.
Good for you.
And, you know, and like, hey, this is what a princess does. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be able to rule, but you gotta be able to rule with grace.
Build them up as to be queen.
That was funny enough that I saw a meme like a couple weeks, or probably in the first weeks that she was born. And it talked about like, don't just teach your daughters how to be princesses, teach them how a princess should be treated.
Exactly. It's like you gotta, you know, because, you know, especially when you get daughters, man, you know, you go spoil them, dog, you know, you know, whatever they want, they go get my time and my money. Cause I already know, man. It happens just like that, man. But at the same time, you gotta.
She's like, I need another drink.
But you gotta. Also, I try to teach my daughters on how to treat other people. Try to treat people that they don't know, you know. And my youngest daughter, she's you know, she might be a little tucked off, you know, just in general. She approached people with skepticism. You can see it in her face, like, who's this coming up to me?
Yeah.
That's awareness. That's good, man.
And then she looks at me. She looks at me and be like,
is it okay?
Like Dad's probably
okay?
cool. I'm like, it's cool, baby. You know what I'm saying? So she still might not open up, but at the same time, if, you know, she knows good people.
Having a guard up is a good thing, especially for a child. I'll tell you that. That's awesome.
You don't want to teach too thing.
Yeah, and with my oldest daughter, she is she's a social butterfly, no question about it. And then, but I'm trying to teach her how to use discretion. Yeah. You know, not every opportunity is gonna be a good opportunity. Right. And so it's a lot, but I try to make sure while I'm in my passion and while they're doing it, you know, while they're growing up, we can both get something out of each encounter we have. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause